Group of 6 charged in connection with a shop breaking ring. The Grand Bahama Port Authority investing in quality service. And international travel agents getting a taste of what Grand Bahama has to offer.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Rolf-Arkeson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news this evening, police on Grand Bahama believe they have cracked a shop-breaking ring. 6 persons were taken to court yesterday to answer 20 counts of shop-breaking. Jamila Mizik has our top story.
6 young men formally arraigned before the magistrate's court on a number of stealing-related charges. Appearing before Deputy Chief Magistrate Debbie Ferguson in Freeport Magistrate Court No. 1 was 18-year-old Eric Forbes, 31-year-old Delano Black, and 35-year-old Darren Black, all of Jonestown 8 Mile Rock, 18-year-old Bobby Outen of Seagrape 8 Mile Rock, 34-year-old Andrew Bowe of Fortune Bay, and Charles Bethel. It is alleged that the men were involved in a stealing spree in the 8 Mile Rock community. Forbes, Outen, Delano, and Darren Black were charged on 9 counts of shop breaking, 7 counts of stealing from a shop, 2 counts of sacrilege, and 1 count of causing damage. Delano and Darren Black pleaded not guilty to all matters. However, Eric Forbes pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6.5 years at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Bobby Outen also pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 years at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Darren and Delano Black's matters were adjourned to October 10, 2019 and November 6, 2019 for trial. Bail was denied and they were all remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until trial. Eric Forbes, Bobby Outen, Delano, and Darren Black were also arraigned before Deputy Chief Magistrate Debbie Ferguson on 3 counts of shop breaking, 1 count of attempted shop breaking, 3 counts of stealing from a shop and causing damage that occurred in the Freeport area. Delano Black and Darren Black pleaded not guilty, and Eric Forbes and Bobby Outen pleaded guilty to all matters. Eric Forbes and Bobby Outen were both sentenced to 3 years and 4 months at the BDCS. The matters for court number 3 before Magistrate Rankin Johnson. All parties were arraigned on shop breaking and stealing from a shop. Eric Forbes and Bobby Outen pleaded guilty to all matters. Darren and Delano Black once again pleaded not guilty, and the matters were adjourned to November 18, 2019 for trial. Sentencing for Eric Forbes and Bobby Outen was referred to Friday, 19th of July, 2019. Andrew Bowe was formally charged with 1 count of receiving, to which he entered a not guilty plea. He was denied bail. However, he can apply to the Supreme Court for bail. He will return to court on October 10th. He was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until trial. Meantime, Charles Bethel was formally charged with 1 count each of receiving and possession of ammunition with the intent to supply. He pleaded not guilty to both. Bail was denied. However, he can apply to the Supreme Court for bail. He was subsequently remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until October 10th. Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Jamila. Well, also from police tonight, investigations are continuing into the murder of a Grand Bahama woman. The woman's body was found stuffed in the trunk of a car outside a business establishment yesterday. According to reports, there were multiple lacerations about the woman's body. While the woman's identity has not been officially released, police say a 20-year-old male relative is being questioned in connection with her murder. And still with news from police tonight, authorities now say the man who was shot and killed on West Mall Drive on Sunday morning has been identified as 34-year-old David Albury of Freeport. Police believe Albury was an innocent pedestrian walking in the area when he was shot by 2 armed men who had just robbed a nearby night spot. Police are asking anyone who may have been passing West Mall Drive between the hours of 1:45 a.m. and 2 a.m. on Sunday and might have observed anything of interest to contact the nearest police station. Albury was also found on the side of the street suffering from gunshot wounds to the abdomen and back. He was taken to hospital where he died a short time later. Leaders in the music industry are mourning the passing of musician and 8 Mile Rock-born Sly Roker. Reports say he was gunned down in the Turks and Caicos Islands yesterday. Turks and Caicos police reported that assailants entered Roker's home around 3 o'clock Wednesday morning and opened fire, shooting him about the body. Now, he was taken to hospital and was pronounced dead on arrival. Sly Roker is known for several popular songs, including Give It Up, Baby. He was 66 years old. Investigations are continuing into his murder in the Turks and Caicos Islands. An apparent drowning under investigations over on the island of Abaco. Police tell us around 2 p.m. yesterday, an American woman who is a homeowner in Green Turtle Key while swimming with her 2 grandsons in waters of Gillam Bay was reportedly caught in a rip current. Persons nearby pulled the 3 from the water, but they were unable to resuscitate the woman. Switching gears now, it would appear that historic dry docking repair procedure underway at the shipyard is progressing well. Reports say the Carnival Vista, which is currently undergoing a first of its kind floating dry dock in Freeport, will return to service earlier than expected. Carnival Vista will soon be transferred off the large Boca Vanguard transport vessel here in Freeport to sail back to Galveston. It has been a huge undertaking in partnership with the Netherlands-based vessel to offer a floating dry dock at the Grand Bahama shipyard. The ship has been suffering from an azipoid issue, which resulted in the cancellation of 3 cruises. Once repairs are complete, the Carnival Vista will return to service at her home port in Texas. Now, you may remember that the ship's main dock has been out of commission since April 1st after a crane collapsed onto the Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas just as refurbishments was about to begin. In other news, the Grand Bahama Port Authority hosting the My Grand Bahama campaign's customer service training workshop at the Pelican Bay Resort. The initiative is fairly new, but executives say it is a necessary component to building Grand Bahama's business sector.
The My Grand Bahama campaign was launched in 2016, and since then, thousands have been trained in the art of delivering exceptional customer service. The Grand Bahama Port Authority hosting another installment with new persons seeking to improve their customer service offerings. Business Development Officer Glendia Sweeting says that participants are getting an idea of what customer service is as it relates to communication.
It's important that people can remember that communication is not just about what you say, it's also about what you do, how you interact. It has to do with behaviorism. So all of these components and pieces come together in this particular starter session. Later on in the day, we will have a refresher session for those that have been previously certified in the starter session for the My Grand Bahama campaign. And so the Grand Bahama Port Authority right now is very excited about this particular campaign. We've been working for about 2.5 years with the community, and everything is coming full circle.
Sweeting adds that the Port Authority also introduced the My Grand Bahama app, which allows customers to rate customer service at the various establishments on island. She says the feedback allows the Port Authority to focus on areas that need improvement while highlighting those that are doing well. Now, a number of companies across various sectors participated in the workshop free of charge.
We have persons from the maritime and logistics section. We have persons in tourism here that are in the room. Obviously, we have persons that work in any service industry across the island. We have the hotels. We have some of the transportation providers that are here as well. And then, of course, the small business sector. You know, our SMEs make up the majority of the businesses here on the island.
Principal of VKR Insights, Valdez Russell, has been partnering with the Port Authority for over 2 years and facilitated the 2.5-hour workshop. Russell notes that exceptional customer service empowers businesses to keep their doors open and helps to create a vibrant economy. He shares how the new app and technology played a role in the training.
Technology drives innovation and customer service. As we continue to move forward in a global environment, we want individuals to share their feedback through the My Grand Bahama app so that we can recognize the individuals delivering the best customer service and also identify areas for continued growth and improvement. The response on the app has been impactful, meaning that we're getting feedback. More persons should take advantage of using it because this is your way to connect with us and help us all to be better.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There is more news on the other side of the break.